Hut, hut, hike! Hello again, my fellow Bears fans. Your boy Roy for Chicago Football Talk, and game day is here. It's upon us. We already have the inactives. I wanted to chime in with some of my keys to victory very quickly here before we kick off versus the Rams, the Chicago Bears, that is. We as Bears fans, that is. Our tailgates are ready, our food's ready, our libations are ready, so let's get ready. Some players that I think are going to be key in this game, starting with Brian Urlacher. A lot of talk about Brian Urlacher. He's getting his legs underneath him. Is he injured? Is it conditioning? I heard Hub Arkish having that discussion on 670 The Score. It's an interesting discussion to have. Assumptions can be made, but we do not know exactly what's going to happen. But I do know he will be tested today. This Rams offense is very pass happy. We know Steven Jackson is going to give it a go. We won't know how healthy he'll be, but you can expect the Rams to try to run the ball against the Bears. I think the Bears pass rush is going to be there, but they're very, very pass happy. Pass happy out of run formations, pass happy out of pass formations. But a lot of their passes are very quick passes around the middle of the field. They put Amendola on the inside, bring him over to the middle. So I think Urlacher's knee's going to be tested, not just by Steven Jackson, but also by those quick passes. They're going to have sound tackling in the linebacker depths and also in the secondary, as with the quick passing game, those passes will generally get off. They're there to help negate against the pass rush. The Bears have a very good pass rush. At least they had the first 2 weeks of the season. So I expect the Rams to lean on their short passing game even after they try to test the Bears running defense with Steven Jackson. So that means sound tackling, because catches are going to be made, and also capitalizing on turnovers. When the Bears do undercut routes, they're going to not need to drop balls, Lance Briggs. They're going to need to hold on to them, as Tim Jennings has been doing. Along the offensive line, that has been the story of the season so far, just like a lot of fans feared. And there was a great debate that's gone on all offseason going into the regular season as to how much will scheme allow the Bears to overcome what little they did on talent-wise to the offensive line. And again, I think honestly most of it is communication. The Packers used they used a lot of, though they weren't very complex in the secondary, they were as basic as it gets. Their defensive line fronts were very complex, something that I haven't seen the Rams do the first 2 weeks. Stunts are generally easy to do, but the types of stunts the Packers were doing against the Bears, I don't expect the Rams to attempt those or have enough time to actually coordinate those with their front seven. So I think we'll see stunts because it works against the Bears, but I don't think they'll be as complex. So Shiloh Rashaw, who's making his first start at left guard in placement of Chris Spencer, is going to be tested today. And again, even though he's been reportedly the last guy off the practice field every single day, good for him. You can't practice communication by yourself. So I think it'll be very interesting to see what he can do. Hopefully he can shore that position up. As long as he plays more disciplined than Spencer did, he might be able to hold on to that job, because that was Spencer's biggest problem. He was chasing for guys and reaching for guys outside of his zone once he lost guys. But they still need to work on how to pick up stunts when the defensive linemen twist and switch positions and go after a different offensive line other than the guy they're lined up in front of. So again, I expect the Bears pass rush to go after the Rams. I didn't see a lot in the Rams offensive line that made me, wow. But another player to look out for along the Bears offensive line is Karimi. It went under the radar because of Webb-gate, Cutler-gate, and all that happened last week, but Karimi did not have a good game. The game ball that they gave him after week 1, I think they asked him to give it back after week 2 because he got taken to task several times. He had a very difficult time with the quick and strong Eric Walden of the Packers. And again, he's going to be going up against Jake Long, who's not as strong as Walden, but is quicker than him. So you're going to see Chris Long look like he's almost offside as he gets a great jump off the snap almost every single time. And Karimi will be tested. I hope Karimi is ready to go. He could have a rough game, but we're going to find out soon enough because kickoff is less than 60 minutes away. Your boy Roy for Chicago Football Talk. Enjoy the game. I will see you in the Twitter chat. The official Twitter chat for Chicago Football Talk is #CFTBears. See you there. Bear down.